Hey, so I know it's been a year since my last upload, but I had a question on my latest video, which was a year ago, but anyway, asking what about aux ports for cars? What can you do if you want to connect your phone to your car? So a lot of people, first-time drivers, are going to buy a second-hand car as their first car, and typically the cars from around about 2000 to 2010 don't have all the smart features that the new ones have. So I've been through this completely, and I've been through 3 different iterations of getting my phone connected to my car the best way. And it's going to go from inexpensive all the way up to more expensive, more professional things you can do. And there will be something in here to help you connect your phone up to your car stereo smoothly. And I will also be covering aux cables, Bluetooth connections, and also Apple CarPlay and Android Auto if you want to go that advanced as well. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not in my car today, it is because it is way too cold out there. The English weather, sitting out there in winter with no heating on in my car, recording a video for 20 minutes, just gross. It's much easier here. So the first scenario you may want or you are in is your car has no aux cable, which is no headphone cable, and no Bluetooth as well. So you have pretty much 3 options to connect your phone to the car. The first one is if your car has a cassette tape player, you can get a tape aux adapter. This is simply a cassette tape that goes into the cassette thing in the radio, in the stereo bit, and then a cable comes out and you plug it into your phone, and voila, it works like that. They're reasonably inexpensive. You can pick them up, and if your car has a tape player or a cassette player, this should work. Second option is a FM Bluetooth transmitter. Now, these are devices that you can pick up on Amazon, much like the tape cassette thingy, and you plug them into the cigarette lighter in your car. And what you do is you connect your phone via Bluetooth to it, and then what it does is it transmits the audio that it's getting off your phone through Bluetooth through a radio signal, which then you tune your car radio into to listen to like a normal radio station. Now, this is the easiest way to get your phone connected up. Pretty much all cars have radios in them. The only problem that you may have, if you're doing a lot of traveling, you may have to keep changing the station that the device is tuned into, because as you travel across counties, there are different radio stations, and they are more powerful than the signal that your little device in your car is putting out. The third option is a custom adapter, which is what I went with originally. So my Suzuki Swift radio, at the back of it, the stereo, there is a slot for a CD changer, and someone on eBay had made a device that plugged into this slot. It was like a little cable hole plug thing around the back, and it came out and to a headphone cable. You're going to have to Google, as it changes depending on your car model, make and brand and year, if one of these things existed, but for my Suzuki Swift it did, and it worked an absolute treat. It just plugged right into the back, and brilliant, blobs your uncle, done. So the second scenario you may be in is that your car has an aux cable, but it doesn't have Bluetooth, and you want to connect your phone up the easiest way. I was in this scenario from the previous option where I now had a headphone cable, but I just wanted my phone to automatically connect, and the best way, trust me, to do this is by getting a little device which is called the TP-Link HA100, and it's a little black thing, and what you do is you plug the headphone cable that comes out of your car stereo into it, you give it USB power, which could be through a dongle in your cigarette lighter, anything like that, and simply you connect your phone to it like a Bluetooth speaker, exactly the same, and then it instantly starts coming through, and it just goes down and works like that, like magic. Your phone will auto connect every time. It worked an absolute treat, and I used that for about 6 months. Amazing. Easiest, best way of doing it by far. So now that's the inexpensive methods covered. I'm now going to talk about changing your actual stereo in your car. Now, there's loads of stereos on the market that you can get at Halfords, that you can get online, get wherever. I'm not going to talk about those stereos that will just have Bluetooth or just have aux capability, because there's loads of other videos out there about them. I'm going to talk specifically, because we're talking about connecting your phone to the car, the Android Auto and the Apple CarPlay. So first, just to explain what Apple CarPlay Android Auto is, it is a software on your phone that if a car stereo that has a touch screen has the software also installed, you can plug your phone into it with a normal lightning cable or a USB cable, and all your apps, all your maps, all your Spotify playlists, all your contacts instantly go onto the device and just works seamlessly like that. No syncing, no Bluetooth, no faffing about. It just works straight away. On the market, when you're looking for Android Auto, Apple CarPlay stereos, you will come across stereos that look like this. Now, these are not Android Auto, Apple CarPlay stereos. They are in fact just a Android tablet that is stuck onto a stereo that is then put into your car, okay? You cannot connect your phone to this and have exactly the same functionality as you would with an official stereo. I don't recommend them. I would recommend saving up more, and I would look towards the official thing. And there are a few different ones on the market. I have a Sony one which works amazingly. There's a few by Pioneer, there's a few by Kenwood. You can look at the different companies, you can look on Amazon, you can look on the official websites to see which ones are out there. So that covers all of the ways you can get your phone connected to your car. Now I've got a list of things to note if you do any of these options that you should keep in mind. So the first one is, if you do any of the Bluetooth options or aux cable options, if you hear a hiss or you hear a crackle or like a rumble coming through your audio in your car that just seems really odd, there's a high chance that you need something called a ground loop eliminator or a ground loop isolator. They're a little device that you can get for about 10 quid, and you plug the aux cable into one end and it comes out the other. And what it basically does is stops any electrical interference, because that is what's happening. Only get it if you hear the hissing and buzzing noise. If you don't worry about it. But if you do, get one. Second thing, if you decide to change your car stereo within your car and Apple CarPlay, Android Auto switch, brilliant, awesome. But have a look at guides, have a look at videos on YouTube of other people who've already done it, and they'll show you how easy or difficult it is. Changing a stereo in an older car is easier than newer cars, 100%. And with that, I would really discourage changing the stereo if you have a car that already has a touchscreen in it. The reason for this is, as an example, in the Ford Fiesta, it has features like auto folding wing mirrors or hill start assist. These features are actually controlled through the stereo themselves. If you change the stereo to a aftermarket one, you lose access to these features. They will still be there, but you can't change the settings for them. Have a Google, look at forums, look at Reddit, look at YouTube, what people have already done who have your car and how they've done it exactly to change the stereo. And the final thing, if you take out your old stereo, make sure you know the stereo pin code. Old car stereos, when they are disconnected from the car, they will reset and ask for a security code almost 99% of the time. Just make sure you know it, because if you put the old stereo back in, for example, when you go to sell the car, it will ask you for the pin code. And if you don't know it, the stereo is pretty much dud. Typically, the pin code is 00001234 in your manual for your car. Or if you've completely forgotten it or you've lost it, you can just go to a dealership for your car and they should be pretty much able to help you out, because it's such an old problem and people have had this problem before. You're not going to be the only one. So that covers everything on getting your phone connected to your car in 2020. I hope this video has helped. If you have any questions, if you have any more video suggestions, put them down in the comments. Make sure to hit subscribe. If you want me to make more videos, tell me, and peace out, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, take care. Bye.